Hi there, we are back again. It's another interesting episode of Unscripted with Tiwa Says. You know how we do it. We talk about things, life issues, and we say it as it is, no holds barred. We just give you our honest opinions. And of course, today I am here with my fellow Gistas. I don't do this alone. In the last episode, Jesus Boy was not around. He went to maybe consult with Jesus. But now he's here. And funny enough, Dolapo is not here today, So, she's unavoidably absent. But it's okay. We are here to do justice to today's episode. So, like I said, you know who he is now?
Felix.
Jesus Boy. And
Adeyemi Morofolu.
Adeyemi Morofolu, the encyclopedia. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. Now, I want us to start with one video that I saw on social media, And in this video, this young lady, she was saying, ranting about someone sending her 100,000 naira, not dollars. Okay, maybe it wasn't dollars now, it was 100,000 naira. Yes. And she was like, in her words, you are trying to impress me, and you send me $100,000, and you now send sorry, 100,000 naira.
I will sell myself.
100,000 naira. You sent me 100,000 naira, and you didn't stop there. You sent the receipts, and she was like ranting that why don't you send me the number of your cousin 1, cousin 2, or your family members, so I can thank them very well for raising a good man. And I'm like, when I saw that video, like, this is the height of sarcasm. In my own opinion, I feel like she was being sarcastic that you say you want to impress me, you now send 100K. Like, maybe 100K is not enough to impress, and then you had the effrontery to send the receipts, that what's that? But that's my opinion. I don't know the opinion of my fellow people. So what's your opinion? They hear me?
So I saw the video,
Mm-hmm.
and the way the lady started, I think she said something along the lines that you want to impress me, you sent me 100,000 naira, you now sent me only receipts.
Only receipts, yes.
Now, why will you send me only receipts? Instead to add the number of your family members, your cousins, cousin 1, cousin 2, cousin 3, so that I can thank them. Because it's actually a trend where someone will start a serious issue. Like, it started with a negative, because when someone starts a discussion with how dare you do this, so it has like a negative connotation. So it now ends with a positive one. So it's like to just, because when I started watching the video, I was like, 100K is too small. Then it now ends with appreciation that I'm not supposed to thank just only you. I'm supposed to thank your family relations for raising you, and that's how I interpreted the video.
Do you think that's
is
that really normal? Like, okay, you want me to thank your family members because he sent me $100,000? What am I saying? $100,000 is coming to me. I receive it. You send me 100,000 naira, and then I'm asking you that why didn't you send me the numbers of your family members so I can thank them for raising a good man? Because you send me, it's somehow to me. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to understand what Morofolu is thinking about sarcasm, because you saying that she's asking about their numbers as a serious thing is like, why?
Exactly.
Why? But I think I agree with you on that. She was just being sarcastic that, you think 100,000 naira is enough money
to impress.
To impress me. Like, you want to impress me, it's 100K, you're trying to impress me. I send you receipts. So I should thank you. They're trying to impress me. Why don't you just send Kuku or your family members? All of you should come and I should thank you properly because 100K. So I think she's not appreciating that that gift that the person sent. To her, it's too small. Like, 100K cannot impress me. So her being sarcastic is like, Kuku, bring your family member. Let me thank them for raising a very good person. It's not like she's trying to say she's appreciating it. She's actually like, she's watching it down.
Okay,
that's what I think.
She's watching it down.
He said something like there's a trend there's a trend on X.
There's a Twitter trend that I saw on Twitter. Maybe someone made a post in that regard. The person was like, someone sent money in this regard. The person sent the only receipt that don't send only receipt anymore. Send me numbers so I can thank you.
I
aside
don't
from
think
receipt.
it is still the
that's
same.
what I
On the
believe
trend.
That
That-
trend.
that particular- that's how the trend was.
Yes, that's how the trend was. That you cannot send only receipt. Send your number so I can thank you.
Your number.
Yes, send
or
numbers. Send your number. Send your parents' number so I can thank you.
Parents.
Yes,
It's
that's
still
how
the same. It's still the
trend
same.
goes.
It's still the same thing.
I don't think it's coming from a
Sarcasm.
place of disrespect.
It is
I'm saying from a
disrespect.
place
Ah.
of over-gratitude. or
No, no,
something,
no, no, it's
just
disrespect.
Over guys for 100,000. How now?
That's-
It is disrespect. Actually, it's actually
Because
disrespect.
see, if she didn't start it with you say you want to
You say I want
impress
to
me.
impress me. It's not 100K.
If she didn't start it that you send me because I don't know her situation or whatever. But when she started with you say you want to impress me, then you send me 100,000,
And
and
you
then
see
you
how they
send
want you to
receipts.
send receipts.
You know, to send receipts. You did send receipt alone. Why did you know that kind of thing? I don't know, Sha. But even if it's a trend, I don't think it
And
it
if you
enters.
notice-
It didn't
If
enter.
you notice the video, probably the creator didn't do the trend well. But if you notice the video,
Maybe she didn't do the trend
the
well.
tag said that Wala for who no watch to the end. Do you understand? So it's like the video is telling you that the main information is at the end of the video. Like the beginning is just to let's say rage bait, to just evoke emotions from people that you should actually wait till the end for you to understand. Because there are sometimes again that I've seen posts whereby it's just an internet stuff, like whereby let's say somebody's talking on a matter, you know, like start with as if you are supporting that person. So people now be like, why will you support this negative? Then at the end, you now put like, you now go in different way. Maybe you are starting this way, then you now shift to this way. For example, someone can say like, Tinubu is the best president in the world. He provides this thing, he does that. Then just start with like, but why will you increase the price of fuel? Why will you do this? So it's just a trend that's my own perspective.
Well, if it's a trend,
I still
it
don't
didn't
think I
enter.
see it.
If it's a trend, it didn't enter.
I still think I see it that
It
way.
didn't enter.
And
They
you know,
didn't
she even
because-
avoided your parents. She used cousin 1, cousin 2, cousin 3. Because if you say, can I say your father and mother, that would even sound disrespectful. So if you notice the way she did the video, she used cousin 1, cousin 2, cousin 3 to avoid that. Can I say your father, your mother? Because that was like, probably the person can take it otherwise.
But do you now? Let's even leave that one. Do you think that if somebody want to impress you, it's 100,000?
If anyone gives you 50,000, this comment, this, and I'll be grateful. I'll be impressed for you
No,
to
impressed.
Impress
Grateful
me.
is different from impressed.
Ah,
If you give me $100,000,
Yes.
I'll be impressed.
100,000 naira.
Dollars, I said.
100,000 naira. No, you will
But
not
if
be
you
impressed.
give me $100,000, I'll be grateful.
Mhm.
You know, I'll be grateful. Of course, I didn't work for the money, and maybe I wasn't
Exactly. I
expecting
think
the
at
money.
the core of this
So
thing
I'll be
is
thankful. I'll be grateful. But when you say impressed, she started it with that.
you say you want to impress
me.
and you send me 100K.
Exactly. So that's where I feel like
no.
maybe.
Honestly, I don't think I see it the same way.
Okay.
All right. 10K can impress someone. All right. 20K can impress someone. 30K can impress someone. 100K, depending on-
It's true.
Exactly. Depending
Mhm.
on like the situation and how well you are grateful about something, right? And the person gifting situation also. I can say that I'll give you 10K. Okay, you can come to meet me or Felix Alpha. I need help with something. I'm working on a
But
project.
it's true, sure. Depending
and
on the
then
context.
I need your help. And I have just 12,000 naira in my account. I said, okay, I'll send you 10,000 naira.
Okay.
All right. You might think that 10,000 naira is small, but if you know the situation for which I give that 10,000 naira, you appreciate it more. But if I have like 100 million naira and I give 100K, it's nothing to me.
Mhm.
Just like,
Or if I said that, oh, Felix, I need to pay for something like you just said, I need 10K.
Mhm.
You know, I said I need 10K. You now send 100K.
mhm.
Then I'll be impressed. Like, ask for 10K now and you send 100K, I'll be impressed.
Yes.
That's impressed.
And but
Do you
at
understand?
the core of what
But
I'm saying
I'll still
is
grateful.
gratitude. Being
Yes,
grateful.
I'll still be grateful.
Right?
That's what
No
I'm
matter
saying.
what it is. But then
Mm.
the fact that the sacrifice was more on my part, having just 12,000 in my
But I
account
wouldn't
and
know.
giving you 10,000.
I wouldn't know, except I'm privy to that information.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Exactly. So you cannot treat all situations the same. That you just 100K
Exactly.
and they are thinking that you impress me. You cannot do that because you don't know the backstory to that 100K or that 10K. So I think at the core of it, each person should have the heart of gratitude for anything that you receive.
Because I didn't.
Don't think,
True.
oh, the person is impressing me or trying to impress me and all those things. You gave a gift, I received a gift. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And all. I don't know where that gift came from. I don't know the sacrifice you have to make
Or
to
the second
give
step.
that. You work for your money. So for you to even give out of what you're working for, and like you said, in this present situation and economy and all, and they can give to someone a certain amount of money, I think is what gratitude.
Actually,
Yeah,
talking
that's
about impression, like impressing someone. Someone actually made a tweet the other day. He said sometimes giving someone cash, like the feeling you have when someone gives you 20,000 naira mint cash, it's actually different from the feeling you get when someone makes 20K transfer. Do you agree?
I don't know about that too.
Like if
It's
someone gives
20K,
you,
not 20K.
you know that, no, for instance, now, like if someone hands you a bundle of cash in mint, it'll probably be like 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira. The person hands it to you in cash. It has this like feeling that it's much. The person will be like, oh, thank you. Unlike when the same amount of money is done in transfer. Do you agree? Like,
I don't
I
agree.
don't agree with that.
Ah,
agree.
I don't agree.
Because there are some situations, because for instance now, if let's say you go to the village or someone comes to meet you, it's like, bless me with money, give me money, stuff like that. And you dip your hand and you give the person like cash of 2K. And you give the person the cash of 2K. It's when that 1,000 naira is like the highest denomination, like can physically hold. But when you now give the person 2 of the highest denomination, the person will be like, thank you, because you feel like maybe at that point in time, what you can have in you probably like 5,000. So for you to give them like 2,000, it's like more than almost half of
You don't know what the
money
person has.
like that's the assumption. But once
Which
but,
assumption is
but
that?
when you now do like transfer to someone, like when you say, okay,
Send me your account
send me your
details.
account number. Someone there's this perception that we have, like you should not be lower than 5,000 once someone asks for your account details. I don't know whether I'm going to that after.
I think
Mm.
that is being entitled. Right?
Exactly. I'm
Being entitled. Why
not
would you
sure
have like a benchmark to what people
to
can
what
send?
people can send you.
You don't receive it, so why should you like okay, this is the amount I can receive, and about even handing out cash or not. If I have cash, I'll give you cash. If I don't have cash, I'll transfer to you.
And if you give me cash 5,000 and send me cash 5,000, I don't see the difference.
What's the
So,
difference?
except maybe in peculiar situations, maybe it's cash I need at that moment. Maybe it depends on the context. Maybe I need cash for a cash transaction at that moment. That is cash I need, and then you say you want to send me transfer. I'm like, no, I don't need cash. Or you give me cash. I'm like, I'm grateful. But I don't think 5,000 is more in cash than in.
Because they're the same value.
It's the same value now.
It's just perception
But
of
like there's this psychological effect that I actually feel.
maybe not for.
Yes.
Maybe not for enlightened people. Maybe just
I don't
maybe
think
not
so.
enlightened people.
In fact, sometimes I even prefer transfer to cash.
Yeah, because it helps you like keep the money.
Yeah, because you give me the cash before I blink. The money I finished, I've used it for something that I probably wasn't even planning. But because the cash is there, I have cash.
You can easily just
exactly.
Like,
as against if I don't have cash, I won't even think about it. Yes.
I have a spending account and I have like account I cannot access because I need to.
Yes, exactly.
So I spend like if I see like I have 50K outside, remember that there is one t-shirt that I saw that is fine.
Exactly.
So just thinking, and let me just buy it like that, right? So I think it's also discipline of having to segregate these things. And at the core of all this thing, like I said, is gratitude. If you are not grateful as a person, if you feel like, why should you even feel like
someone owes you?
Someone owes you. To the extent of not saying that they want to impress you and then they're giving something and then they're thinking that. I think even the culture of giving has been spoilt by people who don't get these things, who get this on the platter of gold, right? Just for existing, I'll tell you 1 million naira, and we see these things.
Yeah,
randomly.
it's your gender now. It's your gender.
Yeah,
your gender. It's you people that enable this. So don't complain.
I'm complaining.
For working under the sun, pretty fine girl like you shouldn't be working. Send your account details. Fine girl like you should not be,
posting a picture on Twitter and
exactly. God made you complete. Send your account number.
So now imagine that kind of person that gets it on the platter of gold, like, okay, just randomly, and
someone will send you 1 million, and then someone now send you 20K, and you'll be like,
you're going on that person. I want to because I'm like, okay, I'm probably just trying to get to start a conversation and all, and it's like, I want to send you a gift, and sends you 100K. You're like, you're even trying to. These people that send me 1 million and everything, they don't even try to get my number or anything. But you're trying to get my number and everything, and just build something with me, and then it's 100K. You think that.
But let's get to the root of that. Why should you even? I want to get to know you. I want to get your number. You now say send your account. Why? What's the correlation?
So I think
that is why I said you guys are the enablers.
So what
is the transaction there?
I think it's esteem. right? It's a thing of esteem.
Yeah, an ego thing for men, like,
Not
okay,
necessarily ego.
I can take care of you, like I'm man enough, you
No,
know.
not necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily ego. I think
It's what?
you're trying to make your money speak for you rather than you speaking for yourself.
It means you are nothing without your money.
That's exactly what I'm saying, right? If my forerunner is my money,
Exactly.
if what people are using to like judge me is my money, not my person, not my character, not my courage, not how I am as a person, and it's just my money that goes before me. Any situation, I've already tendered money, not using my head. Okay, what is it that this person needs at this particular time, and all at that particular point in time, the person might not need money. But can I imagine that you want to actually like embrace conversation with someone who is as rich as you are? Is it money that will impress the person?
Exactly.
Or your intellectual prowess or anything? So I think, like you said, they are almost nothing without their money.
Yes,
Right.
I think men need to have. I think, you know, I'm sorry, but you know that's what's causing all this men and women hatred these days. You know, men saying men don't not liking women, women not liking men, feminism and all that. Because now the women are like, okay, we have our money, we can earn our money. What do you have besides your money?
So
And then there's no value, you know. So it's like, I don't. If all you have to offer is money, I have money. I have a good job. I have a house. I have a car. What?
Kiloku.
Kiloku. What do you want to give me? So, you know, there has to be something beyond that money. You have to have a value of you yourself. You have to be the value and not the money that you are
I
bringing to the
think
table.
it's a matter of orientation to some people, because I know, like when we were younger, our parents would be like, you don't have to chase girls now. Study your book, do this, do that. When you have all the money in the world, the ladies
You
will
can
chase.
get any
The
girl.
ladies will
You
chase
see?
after. So
Yeah.
people grow up with that orientation.
There is money that
I
women
think,
want.
although we all know that success to really attract that kind of love, like, but you just have the orientation that once you gain the money,
You
the
can have the women.
ladies will chase after you, and 70% of the time, it's actually what happens.
Well, I agree. But now, what about now that women are having their own money?
And women are having their money, but it's still working to a large extent. Because if it's not working,
It
look
depends.
at okay. If it's not working, look at the person that this Ned is bagging. You know that it's not his looks.
Who is Ned back?
Ned Nwoko.
The
The number of ladies, the caliber of ladies is bagging.
Okay, this somebody
number
just
of
leave him now with his
you
bag
guys-
of money. This somebody just leave him.
Somebody
Did she not just leave him? Shows that it's not all about money. Did she not just leave him?
Look at this person, the Oni. The Oni as we can never say it's only about money, but you see instances where rich women, educated women, I've seen a report whereby they are like some rich women, they'll be like, they will like pay some royalties to get married to them just because of the title of having.
Yeah, that's not even money.
Yeah.
No,
That's
power.
power. That's status and power.
Yeah, that's power. That's
That's
not
and
money.
power. So
Yeah.
I think there are things
So
that
they
people
have the
look
money,
out for.
they want the power,
They want the power, they want the
status,
status
yes.
of being
So
a
it's not
princess,
even-
being a queen, a
Yeah.
queen mother, and things like that.
Mm.
But even going back to Ned's situation, I think he just literally opened up the conversation that we're having now about value and money.
Yes.
Right? Money can attract, but what will keep?
Exactly. What we keep.
What's going to keep them down?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I can have all the money in the world. Definitely, if you are successful, everybody will see. Everybody would be attracted to you. But you as a person now needs to understand what do you need to do to maintain or keep what you actually want, or to even control yourself. Right? I mentioned something in one of our episodes that as a successful person, what to determine how far you go is the system that you put around you to control your excesses. If I'm not accountable as a rich person, I will just blow my money on different things that I think that on impulse, because I have the access to it. Like I said, today I want to travel to Italy. Nobody can keep me in check, and I would travel, go and do what I want to do, come back, do whatever I need to do, and nobody's putting me in check. But if I have system and structure in place, even before I even get to that point of wealth, it will still keep me in check, because now I've already built that mentality that my money is not just for my excesses, because I've already controlled my excesses when I was not even at that point of wealth. Right. So by the time I get to that point, it will be harder. But because you start practicing it, it's going to be a bit easier for you at that point. So you're talking about someone like Nedum Oko now. I don't know how he lived his life prior to when he got to this point, right? But now you can literally see that it sees women as commodity in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sees them as commodity.
Yeah.
The way you go, just leave my child for me, and you can go. You can go on your own. I
Mm.
can ban that person with money.
Exactly.
You can literally pick up any other A-list entertainer because of his money. And if you look at people that's even attracting, what is the attraction to him? Would the people that he's getting married to say that he's good of his looks? He's a good
Appeal.
man. Is this? Is that? Come on. Like really, come on.
But one thing I've actually observed is that the standards are actually different.
For what? Which standards?
Hold on. The standards are actually different from like the accountability between a poor man and a rich man is always different. Because so many things many ladies tolerate from rich men, they won't take half of it from a poor man. Because before Ted actually left, there are so many reports when everything got when there was disharmony between them, the brother was alleging that he has been eating her, he beats his sister, all this kind of stuff. So that means that I don't know how true that is, just based on what he said. Now let's look at this scenario again. This person, this person, I was actually having a discussion with someone the other day. I said, this disrespect that this person tolerates almost every market day, Davido's wife, if someone else, if someone else, or if it's not a wealthy person as Davido, she won't take half of it. Because almost every market day, someone is coming with a child. There was Anita the other day. After Anita, there is another person, another daughter. After that,
but you know that if you are a poor person, it won't even be happening.
Poor men.
No.
Poor men also.
Oh yeah, tell me which poor man is on the internet every market day.
You can't see them now. Can you see them?
Exactly. You can't see. There's no news. There's no news. It's because this person is rich now.
What would I call it now? Just a message from a female person can be enough for the lady to start. What's going on this rubbish?
Okay, so let me.
But then you don't know what they are doing behind closed doors. You don't know if she's complaining. And then I think it's more than the money. Between those two, I think it's more than the money.
Try to look at it this way, right? I am not popular yet.
Okay.
Obviously, the amount of attention I'll get will not be as much as when I'm popular.
Yes.
Right? I bet if you open the videos message requests, what your eyes will see, you will not even be able to hold it back.
Yes.
Right. So if for a person like that, I mean, I'm not excusing anything. I'm not going to excuse anybody or anything. Right. His wife, and I don't think I want to discuss this, but I'm just going to close it on here. She knows the amount of attention and everything that he gets, and she knows how hard he tries to stay loyal and all. I'm like, even with all this around you, do you know how many people will kill to even get close to the video? I mean, I'm not excusing the fact that whatever might be happening. Some of them might be true, some of them might not be true. Some of them might be conjured lies and all, like the case of the one that did DNA.
Yeah,
and they didn't want
just
to come
for
up
the
just
attention.
for the attention and all, just because they're a public figure. These things will come out. I kind of don't know that it's true or not, even as the person married. And if you are going to marry that kind of person, you should also know that you have a cross to carry.
These things, exactly.
You asked me a question earlier that which poor person. I don't know to cite the example.
Oh yeah, who is the best?
He's not actually poor.
Okay.
But he's not as wealthy as his wife. T-Bliss and Tiwa. T-Bliss and Tiwa Savage.
They are not together.
Yes, now. Look at the accusations. The accusations are always cheating allegations.
On her.
Yes.
Exactly. It's because she's the popular one now.
How I say, is T-Bliss, how do I call it? Is it escaping that I would say? I don't think it's actually half of what this person has been facing before she backed up.
No, but their marriage ended. She wasn't the one, though. He was the one that accused her of infidelity.
No, she was the one. She was not that ended the marriage.
No.
She was not ended the marriage.
But he accused her of infidelity too.
No.
Do you know the story? He accused her of infidelity that time now.
Because she was not come out on. I think when this went to back up, I remember she coming on there on this popular podcast and started narrating how T-Bliss does this.
That's after they are broken up.
It's actually the same timeline.
Anyway, that's that about that. Talking about social media and all this is,
Mhm.
as you know, there's something that just happened recently, but it's not a new thing. It's something that's been happening before, but then another incident just happened recently, and I was thinking that we should talk about it, and that's bullying. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that video. That video, ha, of the Ibinadion, students beating, and it's just so sad because I don't even know if this thing can end though, because it's like a circle. It's like a circle. I don't know when they are going to stop that culture, or maybe they are just going to stop boarding school. But I don't even think that was. I'm not sure it was boarding school, because I know it happens a lot in boarding schools. That people, these seniors will just decide that they are the Lord of Lords and King of Kings and just start yes, now just start punishing juniors. And you find out that they were punished as well. They were treated like that as well by the ones before them. And this thing just keeps continuing and continuing. What do you think about this thing? What's the way forward?
So I think the first thing is, I went to a boarding school, right?
And you're not bullied.
An all boys boarding school.
And they didn't bully you.
Why would they bully me?
Ah.
I mean, it's. I think when I got out of secondary school and I saw how life was, right, I realized that these people that were bullying us were 15, 16-year-olds.
Imagine.
Is that not? I mean,
yes,
SS3,
now that's the safe. Yes, that's how old they are now.
SS3?
Maybe even younger these days.
These days, younger, 15-year-old, and I'm like, where are you coming from? Like, who raised you?
Mm-hmm.
to be this vile, to be this evil, to carry belts, the head of belts,
the
head
guy
of
was
belts,
kicking
to kick someone. Like, what is driving in you? And then if you now come outside and you see these people, they're like, you are literally nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're nothing, actually nothing. Because I think what usually gets to them at the secondary school level is that they are the peak of that particular school. They are the seniors in the school, and also they feel on top of the world. But when you get out into the world, you're year one.
You're not back to the lowest.
But at the core of these things, I think it is. I went to Semis Grammar School, by the way, but when I was in GSS2, so Lagos State government collected all the secondary schools in Lagos State at some point.
From
the private owners and all, and then it went to shambles. The standards, the amount of the people that came into the school, and everything. So it was not. It was regular to see an area boy in school as a student. So we called them government sets, right? And when I entered GSS2, I think SS2 and SS3 were the last set of government sets that were in the school. So they were really notorious and terrible. They used to beat teachers.
Oh.
They used to beat teachers, right? Because, I mean, the government allowed it. There was no system of keeping things in place and all, and they're just keeping the sanity of the school environment to protect the children and all, right? But after those government sets went out, there was a change, right? There were new laws and everything protecting juniors against bullying and all. And even now when I go back to the school, I'm really proud of the school because the transformation that had happened from the point when I was in the school as a junior to now that I am an alumnus of the school is drastic. And first off, is even from the point of how does the school management react to these things? In my own situation, when I was in GSS2 then, because I entered school in GSS2 as a boarder, they could not control so much of the government set. But they knew that, okay, after this government set, we need to reorient the students about bullying and all. Obviously, they will pass on their genes, the government set, the people that they've raised to be in their stead. They will pass on their genes and everything. So they need to control those ones. So there was strict rules, and it didn't feel fair because they bullied me, so I should also bully.
Exactly.
It didn't feel fair.
That's why it's a circle. Yes.
That is a circle. It didn't feel fair. But if you are outside the system, you see that the system, to fix the system, it will not always be fair on some people. Because they'll be like, oh, I was a victim of this, so why can't I also pass on this trauma? So who is going to be ready to break the cycle of bullying and all? That's on the student's part. But on the management part is knowing that we have to break this, and it's not easy to break this pattern or this trend and they have to pay like a lot of attention to it. That video was very traumatizing because
Jeez.
how would you gather yourselves and then you even like take videos and be kicking
Yes.
someone, beating the person up and all? And
What if something happened to them or
They-
something?
they
You don't
don't-
even know if they had conditions.
so
they
they're not
had
even fully
control.
they're not even fully developed enough to understand that these things have repercussions, or they can have repercussions. They are not wise enough. They just act on impulse. Right? And that also begs the question that why are even people like that in boarding schools?
in the schools.
Because they even need more supervision than being left alone to go and develop themselves. Okay, someone like that now will get back home, the parent don't have time for him. They're like, why is school? Just a result, your report
Yes,
card.
and the parents will know he's
They will not know that he's doing that in the
Exactly.
school. School resume, go back to school, pay school
Mhm,
fees, give
mhm.
provision, and all that cycle repeats itself
That's all,
until the person
yeah.
gets out of secondary school, into university. Literally, you did not raise that child.
Mhm.
Because from the time the child was born to the time the child entered boarding school, that's about maybe 11 years, 10, 11 years. I mean, yeah,
10,
11 years. 11
10
years
sef, this is nice sef.
in secondary school.
Yes.
Now imagine.
Ha.
So you literally, like the exclusive time you have with your child is just about how many years?
Mhm.
So how much of values do you pour in that child? How much of
Mm.
morals do you pour in that child? And then the school that you take that child also matters.
Mm.
What is their values in that particular school? Which is why I support schools having like saying that they are Christian schools, Muslim schools.
Ah, my
They-
darling.
they are backed-
That's those
No, hold on, hold on.
so-called.
Yeah, those
They
so-called.
are the worst.
No, hold on. I'm going somewhere. Right? Saying that they are and actually being right, actually having the systems in place to pass on these values
Mm.
to the students, right? Because whether I like it or not, some of them that will turn out great turn out great. Some of them will turn out morally
true.
all right, turn out morally all right. No matter what the school does, just like raising a child. No matter how much you raise a child, how much you train the child, and all, it won't turn out wayward. It will turn out wayward, right? But at the same time, it's a seed being planted. If the structure of the school does not encourage bullying and all, and then it's just like it's like okay from your assembly, the teacher to pray, how to serve God, how to do things, how to serve other people, how to take care of people and all. It's a seed being planted. It is what you train your child to do at home. So they are continuing that trend with you, which is why they target, okay, if you're a Christian, you believe that your child should be raised in a Christian environment, bring your child to our school. We'll try our best to raise the child, not to deviate from what you already have in your house. So if I have morning devotion in my house, I know that they have morning devotion in the
But
school.
you know, sometimes it goes beyond all these things. So it's not about morning devotion. Because yes, you can be doing morning devotion. Yes, you can be going to church. Yes, you can be, what are those values? But somehow, bullying is usually not part of those values. So a child can still be doing that and still be very much be a bully.
So I will not believe that a child that is raised well would see vulnerable people and then the instinct would be to lord it over them. I will not.
Okay.
Because that's actually it. I will not want to believe, because I think bullies, there has been different studies done about them, that bullies are actually people with low self-esteem. They have low self-esteem. They don't
That's
have
it now. They don't have,
confidence in themselves. If you start out a bully, the next time it will not come
you
near
will
you.
not try it, yeah.
Right. I've only fought once in my life.
And that's why they go in packs. So.
Yeah, I fought only once in my life. And that once in my life was because someone was trying to bully me. That was in JSS2 because I was a new student. And this guy, we were going to sweep the room the last day of school. So it's usually very dirty. Everybody has packed up their lockers and everything. So I was the last person to sweep like the 3 bunks.
Okay.
Right. And the last person packing will suffer because you're packing a lot, taking it to the incinerator and all. So the last person is the luckiest person because you got it last and you're like, oh, you saw the last 3 bunks to sweep. And the guy came in. As the person before me finished, he just took the broom. I'm like, I'm to sweep. And I was like, I don't care, because I was very quiet and all. So it was just like, could just ride me and all. And then just like, you're not going to sweep, I'm going to sweep. And he pushed me, like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I was already angry because it was late. They're not going to pick me. I didn't really pass my exams. So
you just put out your frustration.
Someone I wanted to now come and bully me on top of all that exactly. That I didn't even know I was going to face my parents to show them my result. I'm like, you picked the wrong time to try to bully me today. I tried to push me like that. I didn't even know how I landed on him. I raked him down. He fell down. I just sat down on him. I was like, if I punch you. So someone literally held my hand and I felt like, stop, don't fight. I left him. I swept the floor and then he packed it. And when we came back the next time, this guy became my friend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he became my friend because, like I said, there are people with, in a way, low self-esteem, right? So they often identify with the strongest people stronger than them, right? They will not dare those people. They will want to be their friends, right? So if someone that was stronger than him at the time, so I mean, I wanted to be my friend, but I'm like, I'm not the normal person. You just want to bully me. I don't agree. But we became friends at the end of the day. We're even still good friends till now.
Wow.
Right? But now it beats me. He goes to the gym.
You will try it
I
now.
will try that one again. But at the same time, I think, so seeing it at that point, I was like, I just felt like I was quiet. So they feel like they can load it and everything. But because I stood up for myself and all, people didn't even like jam me with anything again because they're like, you can go and switch again, like these people don't know what's in this house and all. But that should not be the case.
It should not.
It should not be the case. There was a guy in my set at that time. He was really strong and all, and then his strength was not to bully people, but to protect people. So if he's saying one of our other mates bullying other people, he will stand up for him.
Okay.
That why do you want to beat him? Why do you want to touch him?
Defender of the universe.
So it was like a defender. That's how it should be. What do you have that you can use to serve other people? Right. What do you have that you can serve other people? What do you have that God has given you as a gift that you can use to serve the people that He has given?
So his gift is defending.
No, his gift is strength. No, I mean,
like, why should he even be defending in the first place?
His gift is the
no
strength
bullying
that he has.
Okay, right? To defend.
But the strength that he has, it wasn't to defend rather than to bully. In a sane environment, he will not need to defend.
Exactly.
I watched that video.
Which one?
The bullying.
Okay.
The other boys. And I would like to fault two people. I would like to fault the school for enabling an environment for that to strive. Because you can see in the video, the pupils were using like a discarded class. It was isolated. Because where were the teachers around that time? Why were the pupils not having lectures or in their class and everything?
Did you go to boarding school?
No. Secondly, I'd like to fault the parents. Because I believe that parents should teach your child to not bully other people, and you should teach your child to not allow he herself to be bullied. And you should have a rapport with your child, that the child will be safe to see you as his or a defender, that should be able to run to you. Because when I was in school, I attended a day school, but my primary education was very fast. Because according to my mom, I worked faster and everything, and I was smart. So I was always like, they arrange people according to their eyes. I was always at the first on the assembly row. So I was always with pupils that were, pupils that were taller than I was, people that were huger and everything. And many times I was always like the youngest pupil in the class. But I did not face any bullying. Well, maybe probably because of I was smart, and many of the pupils always want to be like attached to the smart person. And secondly, I had like this, my mom. I remember one time that my sister was bullied in school. She fought my mom immediately. My mom came to the school to address that issue immediately. So many victims do not have that available. They don't have that good rapport with their parents for them to talk to them.
I disagree.
They don't. Are actually afraid, because when they're always afraid to, like, if you communicate, if your parent is like your friend, you don't like when they say, "How was your day?" You just say, "Fine." How was your day? Fine. Like, if you're someone that gist with your parents, and secondly again,
no. I think I disagree with that.
Again, after
if you are a day student, yes. But if you are a boarder,
okay,
it is
because if you tell your parents, maybe you are still going to come back to the school, you know. So I don't know, if you tell your parents, then they will now be more on you, and then how many times you want to tell, and then the school, because my son went to boarding school, and I know what he faced. In fact, sorry to cut you. In fact, I removed him from his, and it was a so-called Christian school. I had to remove him from that school because an incident happened. You know, something happened, and I didn't like the school stance, and that's what I was saying about the school, because they like to do a lot of cover-up. They don't want other people to hear it, or they just like to cover it up and say, okay, they'll get to it, they will find out what happened. And at the end of the day, I was not satisfied. They didn't find out what happened. So I'm like, if this was a more serious case, is that what you're going to tell me, that you didn't find out what happened? Somebody did my son was sleeping in the night in the hostel, and somebody poured something in his eye. How? What if it was acid? What if somebody came to stab him? And you tell me that you didn't know, and it was even dark. So that was saying he didn't even know it was. He only saw the back of the person, so you can't really say that it was this person. But as the hostel master, what happened is he was even quieting me that I shouldn't tell the VP. We will sort it. He will let. I shouldn't be angry. Blah blah blah. Like after 1 week or something, he didn't sort it. Like okay, so what happened? He said they don't know. They don't know. I had to go to the VP, and even the school was not able to solve the matter for me and say, okay, this is the person that did it, and they were just doing back and forth and back and forth. And coincidentally, it was around the corona time and everything, and everybody came home. When we resumed back, my son did not go back to that school. Did not. Now, my son is telling me when this one outside this video, he was saying that was this, that he was beating more than this. You can imagine. And I'm like, you didn't tell me. Because sometimes they'll be like, they won't want to tell you because they know that especially me, if you tell me, I will take action. I will, like, who is the person, blah, blah, because there's been a few instances of things not as major, that who are there, and then I took, I voiced out, and then I told the house master, what's it, blah, 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 and then they dealt with it. So something's more serious, you would have felt, this woman is going to come and cause trouble again, trouble for me and all that. So they will keep quiet. So it's not that they don't have rapport with parents. They are just trying to save themselves, and because they are still in that school, so they're just like, okay, brave it. And some students, that's why when they now get to that senior stage, they are now like, okay, it's my turn. Yes, it's my turn. It's my turn to do what I want to do, So I think a lot has to do with the school. If you make no bullying a policy, that even the smallest form, you took my pen, I didn't give you the smallest form, you deal with it. It starts from there, and then you deal with all these people that feel like, oh, they are senior, so I'm a senior. You carry somebody's bucket of water and like, hey, what do you want to do about it? You should start from things like that. Or you go to somebody's locker, you take their provision. They were doing a lot of all of those things. You take their provision, you say, hey, what do you want to do about it? Or they carry your food in the dining room and all that. All those things. I think, apart from the fact that the children should be raised at home, if you are raised properly at home, there are levels to this thing. Although you may be peer pressured into doing some things, but you will not really do much. So it has to start from the home, and then the school itself has to be no bullying policy. And not try to cover up no, don't let them hear that it's our school that they did that. No, other parents will hear. You shouldn't be like that, and that's why the thing is thriving. And then those schools that have big names, that are so-called religious schools, and then expensive schools. A lot is happening there that they are not saying. A lot is happening. Imagine you are doing something like that. You are videoing, you are filming it for what? To go and show that see what I did. I dealt with them. That kind of thing.
I mean, I think the videoing part of it is just societal, right? What we've made society to be like, everyone wants to be online and everything.
Yes.
Anything wants to just document everything, because then you were bullying.
Is that the kind of thing you want to be showing?
You will not obviously take a video of it, just you doing it just because you want to do it, right? But now, because everyone wants to be online and sharing and everything just has to document it, create content out of it, and all. So you feel like whip out your phone, the next thing, take videos. But aside that, I said a lot lies with the school. Yes, I agree, like a lot lies with the school, but we should not exonerate the parents from the system.
No, we shouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
But first, I'm going to go from even what DME said about telling the parent or not telling the parent. Right. First, if you are bullied as a person, right, the first thing is you feel like you are responsible for yourself in that school as a boarding house student. You are responsible for yourself. I know it does not imply that you depend on your parents, but in that school, you feel like you have to fend for yourself, you have to look out for yourself, and it gives you a sense of independence. It builds you early to be independent, right? And as maybe disadvantageous as that might be, it's actually a good thing in a way to learn how to be independent early, right? Stand up for yourself, and also if you're reporting, you might be seen as a weakling. You might not be bullied. The bullying might not be physical, but it might be emotional. Usually they go reports, right? They might not touch you. But the words that will be said, and you cannot report those ones. The ones you report, you call me mommy's boy. Okay, continue.
You are not ready.
Right. So beyond even saying that, they should report and everything, yes, they should communicate with the parents, tell the parents what's going on and all. Like you said, there's someone just telling that they've been us. What's that? Right. Yeah. It was almost like a normal thing that people will fight and all. I mean, you cannot gather 200, 300, 400, 500 people in an environment, I expect everybody to stay in line. Some people will be outliers, negatively and positively. Right. So those things would happen in every environment. And like you said, the things about schools trying to cover out that this is not happening at schools is a lie. It happens in every environment, every school. But how do you handle these things when it happens? And I think transparency is what is going to stand some of these schools out. Okay, a child bullied another child in our school. How do you deal with it? What's our process of dealing with these things? That's how I would trust you as a parent that, oh, you can handle my child, right? Not that nothing is happening in your school. Nah.
No.
How did you handle this when it happened in your school? A child stole my child's provision. How did you handle it? Did it get replaced by the parents of the child? Was the parent of the child called to order that, oh, your child did this thing, and then this is the process of reimbursement or restoration and all. When they catch a thief in my school, then you cut grass. Like there are a lot of bushes in the school. So when they say anybody cutting grass, they know that you've done something, you've committed a heinous crime. Either you bullied a junior and the junior reported to the housemaster, or you stole something, you go and cut grass on the field. Right. So those things are in place. And when we got to our time to be seniors and all, bullying reduced because the school put structures in place to reduce that. Juniors were more vocal because there was a system protecting them. When they see that one person reported and they punish that senior, like confirm punishment, you sweep interlocking, you cut grass, that you have blisters all over your hand, you pack incinerator. When everybody's sleeping during sports, you'll be carrying dirt from one incinerator to the other, you'll be carrying all the dirt around the school. Right, so there was a system for punishment for that. So it reduced the need to want to bully. So now you're more polite. So Alpha, please, can you help me go and buy this thing? Rather than Alpha, go and buy this thing. So the school putting that structure in place helped us to even find alternatives because we're not taught how to do this thing by our seniors. Our own was that they would tell you to go and buy something. They can give you 20 naira to go and buy 100 naira thing.
Yes, there was that too. Yes.
To go and buy 100 naira thing. And they have to go and buy it because that fear is already in you. If a person looks bigger, like I said, they were tough students in school. So they look bigger and everything, they were intimidating and all. And you just have to go and do it. But now, we realize that it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense when we were juniors, right? So now growing into an environment where the schools are putting structures in place, I'm like, hey, yes, it doesn't make sense to do these things. So we as seniors, we aligned with the school's position, even though some people did not align. We aligned with the school's position on the policy of no bullying and all. So we did what we thought made sense as juniors to our own juniors also. So they continued their culture. And I know now the rate of bullying in that school would have reduced drastically. Because the school put that structure in place. They will punish bullies, they'll call them out. There was a line they called D-line. And that was like, I can't remember what the D meant, but it's a line that if you're on that line, it's not devil, come on. It's not devil. So you will stand in front of the assembly. Throughout the assembly, you stand, right? If your case is more than that, you stand in front of the principal's office throughout the whole day.
Wow.
If he's not around, it's even a worse situation because until he comes back to the office to sign out, you're not living there. So if it's 7 p.m. that he comes back, and like, you see, go, that's when you can leave.
Wow.
So there were strict measures in place to control all these frivolities that we might have had as boys then. But how many of these schools are actually keeping to those structures? How many of these schools have these things in place? Is it just collect money, keep the students in the hostel, and turn a blind eye to anything happening?
See, there were even some cases of, because I heard of a case of a boarding school student that gave our fellow students apple to drink as water. What do we call that? Is that bullying? That is a serial killer in training?
That's plain wickedness and heartlessness. Right?
You can imagine.
When I was in this student, I used to hear this story that in boarding schools, they have what they call Red Day.
Red Day?
Yes. That according to the stories, that Red Day is a prank day. That everybody the people prank themselves. Like it's like it's a cultural day. Like so they will say stories like people were sleeping, then they had toothpaste. They say you can put toothpaste here, put it here, put one here. So when the person wakes up, the first time the person did this, It's rubbish toothpaste on this one high.
No, I mean, so we had it in my
Imagine.
school then. I think I was speaking. We had it in my school. It was called Red Nights. Red Nights.
Okay,
It's
Red Nights,
harmless
Red
pranks.
Is that one harmless?
Harmless pranks that
No, no, it is.
Exactly, they start from somewhere. Someone that toothpaste. Exactly.
Retaliate with something hard that maybe give food. Try to like poison the food a little.
No. I think so. I was.
See, even in university, somebody gave a fellow student to generator diesel or something like that, in a smooth bottle. It's exactly like that. It looked like smooth, and the person, and she landed in the hospital. Even this hypo child now landed in the hospital, because why would you do that kind of thing?
Okay, so.
And then the school covered the school didn't
covered it up.
Yes, they didn't want to. When the mother was enraged and all that, they didn't say that, okay, this is the student, because they know that it's to tear you apart. And I'm not sure that, I think they just changed the dorms or something. The child did not leave the school. So that kind of thing, I think it should be outright expulsion, because you can do something worse another day.
Okay, so I'm thinking so from 2 points of views, right? First off is the one about Red Nights and all. I mean, if you're in a hostel with boys and everything, you prank each other, right? You'll prank each other. Like I said, if you're putting 300, 500 people in the same environment, there are just some things that are just like, just for fun, right? Just for fun. So this is for fun, but some people take it to the extreme, right? If I mean, Red Nights is like, I pour water on your bed, and I want to come and sleep. You say I water on my bed and everything, and it's just for fun and everything.
Safe.
I tickle your ear with thread or feather, and you slap yourself when you're sleeping, and those kind of things. These are the things that we just laugh about and all. And even when somebody sleeps too early, that person is in trouble, because when everybody's gisting and you're sleeping, if you know somebody else turn out to you, you're like, you're sleeping. Just tickle him and all, and just look back and you look for the person. These are very harmless pranks, right? But at the same time, some people might take it to the extreme, right? But we should be able to know what is extreme and what is not. Like, you cannot obviously give somebody happen
many
to
of
them.
them are minors. We know that minors, their cerebral is not developed.
It's not developed, so
they don't really know. They
are giving someone hypo to drink.
See,
It's not
I
developed.
promise you cannot.
It's developing somewhere
Then-
else.
I don't think about the consequences.
You cannot excuse.
No.
I was in secondary school. I was in a boarding house. I was in a boarding house. I was also a minor,
Yes.
right? And I cannot say that I would open my eyes and give somebody apple to drink.
Yeah,
It's not possible. Or detergent as milk or anything. It's not possible. Right. Some people do these things.
In your head,
but
you know that this
you know
thing
that
is
it's
bad,
wrong.
and you don't know what.
What I want to say basically is biology has actually proved it. That there's a reason why there's a reason why they do not judge minors the way they judge adults. There's a reason why when a minor commits an adult crime like murder, the consequence is different. Because you know that by biology, the person is not like really in charge of his or her own how do I call it?
Actions.
The action, like the thinking, the mentality is different from an adult. So that's why they consider that factor. Not really that
Okay, so
why the juvenile.
Yeah, exactly what I was
But
going
they
to.
see
So hold
juvenile.
on.
I don't believe that. So
I
you
think-
go
I
and be
think
killing
you
people
are-
because you are 12 years old.
You are contradicting your own point, because you're saying now that they cannot be responsible. They are responsible, but they cannot be in the same environment as people that.
As the adults,
That's
If you kill somebody as a minor, you do jail.
all those things it started from somewhere.
Parents should teach their people not to bully and not to be bullied. Because I know when I was younger,
It goes beyond.
the crime you can commit.
It goes
My dad
beyond
will
that
not see you fight. My dad will not see you fight. Like,
If you are defending yourself, go.
if you are defending yourself, is separate.
It's still fight now.
He still tell you to like take yourself away from such situation. Like what you teach me, like, because then he taught me so many things on how I can defend myself. That's why even till now, when I'm accosted by thugs outside, there's a way I communicate with them that I take myself out. Like, I know that I was coming from my Iggy and all those stuff. There's a way like there are just some orientation that I had then that still haunts me now. So just I say it's for some parents. There's been a movie that I saw, this Jesse Statham guy, that he taught the daughter how to defend herself. The daughter like can fight. He taught his daughter how to fight. but he gave her this warning, like, give the person who wants to fight, give that person 3 warning. The 3 warnings is like, before you fight, like, I'm warning you the first time, the second time, third time, before you now can like move. So that's why you can look at when somebody is like joking and everything. So it has to do with like upbringing. One, don't make yourself a bully, and 2, do not allow yourself to be bullied. Because there was this, when I was in school, there was also this particular girl. She was the only child of this. The man, her father is a chief. So the father actually taught the child karate. Like the girl went to taekwondo school. The girl is actually slender and everything, but she knows self-defense. But they taught her to defend herself. They don't teach her not to. Because if you are joking with her, like a little play of this thing, the girl will just use the karate move on you. Boom. Because I know that she gave me a punch in my tummy, like for 7 minutes, my head was not spending.
And they know where to point.
When I was like, they still look at you like, "Shay, this girl, this one touch you." So that's why it's best to have to like teach your child, aside from teach your child to defend, teach him also not to be a bully. And schools also should not allow things to pass. Investigate. Always investigate. Always hear the 2 sides of stories and call witnesses to make and take proper sanctions. But the one thing I've actually observed that many of these schools are actually, before their educational centers, they are business centers.
Exactly.
And pupils are, the more pupil, the more school fees,
Yes.
the more money. So that's why they always like, not like they are actually encouraging the vice, but they are after their pocket, and it should not be so. You should not always value education. If you're in an education school, education should be paramount before you look at the profit.
But I think there's a balance between that, because you cannot deny the fact that it's also a business. And these things, they work hand in hand. Right? If you have a good system that supports good business and then also supports the purpose of why the school is established, I think you have a very, very great, a great business in your hand. Right? So look at the 2 ends. How do you even handle these situations? What do you do when a particular student does something out of order? Right? First, I don't support expulsion as the first action. I don't support expulsion as the first point of action, right? Because what is the purpose of the school? To raise children, and in raising children, you realize that sometimes you might see some attributes that are not, how do I put it? They are not positive. So, is driving them out the solution?
It depends on what they did.
It depends on what they did.
So that person that gave somebody hypo now.
So it depends on what the person that gave the person hypo. The first thing to do is, before even saying that you're going to expel that child, call the parents.
Yeah,
the 2 parents, both of the victim and of the person that did it. Call them together.
Of the victim and of the victim.
Yes, yeah.
One fist fight.
I think you should actually do that.
Okay.
Right, you should actually do that so that you can show the parent or the person that even did it that she did it to somebody's children. And you cannot just even get away with it. So face them and then apologize to them first. Right? Have a conversation with them and even blow it open. Don't keep anything that you're trying to protect something or
they will fight now.
At PTA meeting, you can talk about it as an at my school
PTA meetings. Have you been to PTA meetings?
Yes, I've been.
Always any fight.
In our school PTA meeting, they open these cases up. When there are cases that are extreme, that are out of like the normal, person stole something, they discuss in the PTA meeting. And usually even in their minutes, because sometimes I get like these things, they usually in their minutes what they discuss and all. Because I mean, my child not get bullied extraordinarily and then I will keep it to myself. So when the school treats it, even before parents are contributing, it gives them a sense of confidence that they're not trying to keep sweeping all the carpets and all. Right. So if the school has that kind of structure, I will trust that school, because I know that no child that goes to that school, even wayward, will come out the same way, because they have the system to control, to bend that waywardness out of the child. Not just by expelling, by sending person to that school, because which school will not take the child? If every school is expelling, which school is going to train that child? The
parents will homeschool the child now, since it's their offspring.
Yeah, but at the same time, there should be a system that they can suggest to get that child on the right path. If
it's probably the person that gave somebody a generator diesel to drinking in the university. This one is university. So imagine what the person was doing in secondary school.
And so now, the thing is, secondary school is formative. after secondary school, there's only so much you can do to form.
So that person is
control.
a serial
Even at
killer.
university.
It's a
So
serial
university, you're already like
What's in university?
you're
Like
already formed fully.
No,
Secondary school
But
between
these days,
between
secondary university, you have 15, you have
Still have
16.
you have
15,
to in secondary school you have between 10-year-olds and the 17. That's like the max age bracket, 10 and 17. And those are like the formative years, teenage years, just entering and preteen and then teenage years. Right? Those are very, very formative years.
Mhm.
So if a school has a system, okay, you're a bully, rather than expelling you, put you on a program. And your parents will pay for that program. You get therapy, you get counseling, you get a lot of these things.
Actually,
Just put you back on that program. You might not.
There is this religious school. In fact, this one I'm talking about, that my son went to, they have this program. They have this thing that they call a program for children like that. It even has a name, that if you do something like something serious, that's where you will be for the next term. Yeah. Interestingly, when they come back, they don't come back changed. They even come back worse. They even have it in the university as well. They have it in the university for those that take drugs and do that. They will say they should go, and it's a lot of money. They will, it's almost like a rehab. But if you do terrible things, maybe you take drugs, maybe you were fighting, or maybe you raped somebody, they shall group them together, and then that thing you go for it instead of coming to regular school. That's where you go for the next semester, whatever. But from what I have seen and what I've experienced and what I've been told by my children, those people usually come back worse, and they come back into the system.
And so so that's the question now. Is it everyone that goes there that comes back worse? Because they are good intentioned, right?
Yes.
I've not heard about this thing for me to come at this point. I've not heard about them having it. But these are things that are good intentioned, right? But if you see that, okay, this thing is not working and it's still the same thing, revamp the system.
That's actually the point I went to.
The
raise
system
now.
cannot,
Like
it cannot be, it cannot perfect at first try.
Yeah.
Okay, we tried this thing, it didn't work. We're
Let
going
me raise
to
this point. I
we're going
actually
to
believe like
restructure it.
all educational centers should have a guidance counselor that's manned by professionals. Many schools,
They have.
many schools not manned by professionals.
They have.
It's not manned by professionals because if a school have like a guidance counselor that the pupils feel safe to like express their thoughts and mind, because I believe hurt people.
Yeah.
So many of those, because I was looking at the video, I was asking myself why.
Like, yes, like where is this
Because
aggression
that's why
coming
it's actually important.
Where
You
is
have to
this?
look like, where is it? Is it a court activity? Is it a court initiation? Is it a
There's that.
revenge?
I didn't
Is it like
see
we
that.
have to actually know why? And that's where these psychologists come into play. Like they have to like analyze the pupil, not just analyze analyze the pupil. Is it someone that is borderline psychopath, or is it something that's from the home? Maybe the person sees that it's a normal thing from the home. So that's where these professionals come into place. And then the victim again, the professional tries to like, he's suffering his own trauma. He's going to suffer his own trauma. You have to like guide him like, this thing is not okay. Why didn't you report? Why do you think it was not okay to report? Then they also have to like reorientate each and every one of the pupils to know that this is wrong, this is not okay. And next time, if you find yourself in such a situation, this is what you should do.
Okay, if you say so. Now, can we talk briefly as we round up? Can we talk about bullying outside of school? I mean, as adults like this, it exists.
Yeah, it does.
Can we talk about that?
It does. And I think I've got to that point where I don't think anybody can really come in and bully me again.
I
Honestly.
don't think so.
But bullying as an adult may not be like,
there are
it's not like,
there are
okay, I'm
different-
slapping you around.
Yeah, I understand there are different types of bullying.
Mhm.
There can be bullying financially,
Yeah.
right? There's financial,
Emotionally.
like emotional bullying and all. But when you get to a point of confidence, I think some of this things don't mean anything to you anymore, right? If you're trying to hide behind your money to how am I going to put to oppress other people, I just think the person that does not have that content in them, right? So if you're trying to even bully me as a person, I'm like, why? Because I cannot even be bullied. I think that's the
Because
first
they are
thing.
bullies now.
There are bullies. You can try.
They just
You would do it, but rather than even give you attention, I'll just walk out. I'll walk out of that situation because I can. You're not tying me down to a situation where I feel like I have to be here and everything. If I see that I'm not comfortable, I'll move out because I know I have value in me, and that value can be appreciated somewhere else. So if the place I am currently is not appreciated, whether be it at work or anything, first I'm going to voice out. I'm going to tell you that you can't do this. And if you are in control of that system, I'll work out of that system. Right. So I think as adults, you need to behave as adults.
Yeah.
You need to behave as adults. You're no more children. You should build yourself to that level of confidence where you know that some things cannot just sit well with you and just get the. You can't just get away with it.
There's
You
even
will
one
learn-
factor that we don't even consider: parents bullying their words. Some
That
parents
one,
bully their words without knowing it.
We don't know in Kini.
'Cause
They know it's they are
No,
just
they do
just not
know
labeling
'Cause
it.
there was this pupil that I had then when we were doing my NYSC. When I served in a school. So this girl, Abike, the girl is dark skinned. And the mother would be like, Omodudu be courage. No, that was even a compliment. But there's the way she used to say it. Like, she would just, out of the blues, just remark on her dark skin. And I look at the girl countenance.
Remark in a bad way or in a good way.
Like, just like when you say something like, Lodudu be Tayamoto. Because when I was younger, my hair was pronounced, like it was out of my hair. And people used to call it I guess maybe that's part of what built my emotional intelligence and gave me like a thick skin, whereby words hardly have effects on me because I've built that thick skin. Because they be like, I noticed that the more I react, the more joy the person has. So I now have this of like, when you say something, I will not show you the reaction. And now that I got to an extent that it's like, it does not even matter to me because I believe that words are arbitrary and it's the meaning you attach to them is what they will have on you.
But do you know that that's also not a great place to be as a healthy person?
But it actually works for me. And actually,
it works for you, but you don't know what you're blocking by closing the door to your emotions, right? Because you now as a person, you might feel like, oh, what people say negatively will not get to you, but even positive things, you might not consider them to even be true. And I'm saying this because I've also been there, right? When people say some bad things about you and everything, you don't feel it. You know people's words. When they say positive things too, you don't feel it.
When people say things to me, I ask myself why.
50-50.
I ask myself, because there was many times, because there's this adage that says like every action there's always an intention. Like I'll ask myself, what's this person's intention? Like, is this person trying to compliment? Is this person saying the truth? Or is this person trying to hurt? Once I can identify your intention,
but how do you identify someone's intention?
Well, I'm just lucky that I have an higher emotional intelligence than others. So I can really like see things, like I feel different. I have observed that about me. Like I can judge people's actions, reactions. I just have that. I don't know how to explain it, but when I studied it, I learned that it's about my emotional intelligence. So I can actually judge the emotion that people want to project on me. Like, okay, this person wants to annoy me. I know. This person wants to be my friend. I know. This person is attracted to me. I know. This person wants to hurt me for no reason. And why does this person want? This person is jealous of me. So just because of based on the fact that my experiences and the books I read about emotions and everything, those were the things that were able to help me. So if you're not, okay, you're trying to hurt me, I won't even give you the attention. And even in office, there's even this particular colleague that will be calling, like saying things that it's out of fun, but the fun is to provoke me and anything. I just use this. Silence is the best answer for a fool.
So let me speak on that a bit, right? And I think it's really nice that you have that emotional intelligence. But when you see people who are mentally healthy, not just shutting off or keep it quiet, they tell you how they feel about some things. Like, no, if it's something that offends me, I will not just keep quiet. I'll tell you, I don't like what you did. It's not because I want to shut myself to what you said. I will tell you that I don't like what you did. It's not a nice thing to do. Not just because I want to protect myself, but because I also want you to learn the fact that what you just did is not cool and should not do it as a person, right? So if I'm just keeping it to myself, you can go around and continue hurting other people. But
or even keep doing it to you.
Or even keep doing it to me, that it doesn't mind. You just keep quiet and all. One day, what I've been bottling in will come out. Even though you don't see it that way, the person will see that way that one day I'll make you react. And I mean, if someone does something that offends me, I'll tell the person right on the spot that you can't do this. Don't even try it. So it builds a consciousness with the person that I can't do this thing with Felix. Even if the person wants to try it next time, I will also tell the person again. Can't do this. So that also like setting boundaries around me to protect my emotion, because I cannot just have access anyhow. Right? So when I continue doing that, you know that, oh, I cannot bring this nonsense to feel I cannot say some certain things around it because he knows the kind of eye he used to look at me and things like that. So being emotional intelligence is also beyond you regulating your own emotions, but also controlling the emotions around you or what people bring into
But I
your
actually believe that
into your
you
personal
can,
space.
the only person you can control is yourself. So if, as long as you can protect your space, that's actually my own belief, because I cannot control your actions.
So let me
How do you protect your
me
space?
let me speak on that, right?
Okay, for
There are
instance,
some
if
places-
speaking out is what will protect my space, I will. But if I know that speaking is only going to just like embolden you, sometimes you won't even know that this particular action. But if I don't give you the reaction that you want, I've noticed 90% of the time it works. The person actually stops not knowing. Because there was a time actually, like when I was younger, my brother, he knows that anytime I lose, I'm like a very passionate person. So every time I lose games, I'm always emotional. So anytime I lose, he would like want to taunt me. So when I discover this, anytime I lose, I'll not be the person congratulating that person and everything, and then everything. And I notice that he's not always, when he noticed that the thing does not actually affect me anymore, he stopped. Unlike when he knew that before, once he started making faces, like I'll start crying like and stuff like that. So
now let me just go back a bit, right? You mentioned about keep it quiet and all, but what I say this thing as is your own person. So for instance, like I said, coach about my own space and everything. If I'm in a space where I know that this is a space that I dwell in, like say work, my home, and I'm able to control even the people, not control, but to an extent, establish my presence there that these things don't work around me. Right? They can't work around me. And that's because this kind of environment are where I dwell the most, where I spend most of my time. So being emotionally intelligent or controlling my own emotions is also a way of also regulating other people. And I know that what I'm saying is from a place of the right value, not just that, oh, okay. Like I said about the last time, that there's somebody from one of my friends' office that's saying that you dress conservatively and I'm going to make you dress this other way.
Imagine.
Right, imagine that. Right, let's first continue this environment. But if I'm certain that this decisions I'm making, this influence I'm having is from a place of good values, then I'm going to voice out and move everybody along. I'm not just going to keep quiet and just be a fly on the wall, because I mean it goes against being a person of positive influence, right? If I'm in a bus and then maybe a tout is trying to bully somebody, I'll speak up. I've been in the keke so many times when the guy, it's even recently where the guy almost hit someone because trying to like maneuver. And I'm like, why would you try to hit someone? Trust the person to leave your front. Is that your lane? You're saying, I'm like, I want to hit them, but I don't want you to hit the person.
You want to hit
So when I
someone
spoke
because
up, other people started speaking up at the same time too. Imagine me keeping quiet just because I cannot control other people's actions. You cannot, but you can correct them on some things. So don't just keep quiet, and that's also what allows bullies get away. Because other people that knows what to do, that can speak up for other people, they don't speak up. When you just say, I'll just keep quiet and everything, I'll just do my day and all this thing, you encourage people that are bold enough to do the negative things. So if you're a person that knows that, you have the positive values and all, speak up. Don't keep quiet. Don't feel like you just want to be on your own and all. You have the right ideas to things and all. Speak up. Because bullies, they can speak up because they can do the action because nobody speaks against it. The moment you stand up to a bully, the next time they won't do it. There's this movie, is it Ant Bully? One little ant stood up to the big ant and the guy kept on thinking. And the others were like, and just one small ant. We're like, it is not just a small ant. He stood up to me today. Tomorrow, 2 will stand up. Next tomorrow, 3 will stand up.
Yes, because
Before you
one
know
has
it,
done it.
because one person has done that, got away with it, other people would continue to do it. So the moment we have the right values and then the right perspective to start speaking up against these things, it cuts across all spaces. Trust me. The way women are treated, the way children are treated, and just across all spaces. I think we should learn to speak up more.
Yeah, because I think there's a saying that says evil thrives when good people do nothing. So I agree.
I think it will help us in Nigeria too, because there's this habit of minding my business.
Yes.
As long as it doesn't come near me, or as long as it doesn't happen to me. Yes, it can happen to anybody. Because I've even seen a lot of videos where, like abuse is happening and people are just walking away. Although most of that, not in this country though. Most of the ones I've seen, not in this country. Like a man is beating up a woman and people are confidently say walking away and they just look and then, I'm like, how?
I don't think it happened in Nigeria.
Yes,
It
yes.
actually
In Nigeria,
happens.
I'm not sure it can
Because
happen.
a person narrated,
Because how can you
a
feel
person narrated this
comfortable?
robbery incident, like it was robbed in broad daylight.
Okay,
Was
yeah, I've
shouting
heard
thief,
about
thief,
the
thief,
robbery.
and
one.
people saw the other person accosting him with a sharp object, and everybody minded their business. So it actually happens. There are like, let's say, technology connected us and still made us distant. Because once upon a time, things that we have actually physically intervened, now we just prefer to document it in a box.
To document it on the phone. Yeah, I've heard of that robbery thing. I've heard people talk about that, especially those that happen in traffic. You actually see it happen. See somebody else being attacked, but nobody does anything. You just
see someone committing a crime, or see a minor, let's say a child beating an adult or this thing, but instead of it to like intervene first, you prefer to document then before intervening. Some will do, even if you document before intervening, that's actually better because you actually gathered evidence before. But some will just
which
document
evidence they would have finished beating and killing the person before you now intervene. I mean, somebody wants to shoot somebody, you just say, okay, let me quickly get the shot. Let me get the shot. And then they'd have shot the person.
It actually happens more often in our society. Even what is it actually like? Even if you cannot help, do not be an agent against that change. Like the girl society, that's BLT girl. If you could not speak to government, you should not be the one bringing down the person trying to speak to government. It actually it happened also. This NYSC girl also that spoke out there too. So many people too are like, so if you cannot be like an agent for change, don't be an agent for destruction.
Okay, that's all we have for you for today. Don't be a bully, long and short. Don't be a bully. And if you see someone being bullied, speak up for the person. Even if the person cannot speak up for themselves, speak up for the person. And please, let's train our children from home. Let's train our children from home. But sometimes you find out that the children is being bullied at home, or the father is bullying the mother is bullying the father. So it's just, they say charity begins at home. So sometimes it's like that. So if the home is correct, if you train your children well, and even you as adults or the parents, you are well behaved, because you can be telling your child something and you are behaving the other way, and your child will not listen to what you are saying. It's what you are doing, because they say that's how children behave. It's what you are doing that they will emulate, not what you are saying. So please, let's just try to be good human beings, well behaved people with emotional intelligence. If you don't want something to be done to you, don't do it to the other person. And as adults, yes, I know there are bullies among us, bullying people, not just in schools, bullying people, like we said, emotionally, financially, or just making some remarks too is the same thing as bullying, because the intention is to hurt the other person. So that can also be seen as bullying. So like this video and also share it to the bullies that you know. To the bullies or the intending bullies that you know, share. And click that notification button so you know when next we are online. And subscribe, please subscribe. And check our bio, you see all our handles there. Follow us on all our social media handles at The Eagle Online. And we'll see you next time. Don't be a bully.
See you next time.